Nozzle heats up and the plastic it flows. A creation takes form as the live stream goes. Heart of a maker with a tech-savvy show. Designs in the making, see the hotbed aglow. It's shenanigans 3D on the digital stage. With each layer printed, he's the maker. The mage. Let's start the show. Layer by layer, we watch it grow. A twitch in time with shenanigans flow. Chaos reigns with a fiery glow. We're live. We crash. Watch closely as the filament spins. A wild ride where the line between fails and wins. Accidental art when the plastic rebels. Shenanigans 3D. He's breaking all the levels on the edge of tech. Where the sparks may fly. In the streamer's den, there's no limit to the sky. Every stream's a gamble, roll the fiery dice, pushing limits, bending rules, not one to think twice. Heartbeat pulses with each print he creates, while the chat's wild wonder and suspense they wait. Rising with the flames in the shenanigans game, printing out the future, no two prints the same.
Welcome in, everybody. How's everybody doing this fine Saturday? Yes, it is me, the normal shenanigans, not what we had last night, not an 18-hour and 10-minute long marathon of Boom Bears. That wasn't we were experimenting. The stream yesterday somehow got involved that we were going to do a overnight stream of Boom Bears. It was an epic Boom Bear stream. I've been looking around and I have not found anybody that has done a Boom Bears game for that long. That was 18 hours. My analytics are through the roof. I had 7,399 watch minutes. Sharefest. Kevin sends his love. Sharefest. Yes, we're going to go over the light up maker chip. Okay, I do have a tutorial coming out. I'm on the final end of editing it, so I don't have everything with me right here. I don't know what I did with half my stuff. I had it the other day when I was doing the video, but I do have a core. I do not have the proper battery. I seem to have lost that battery somewhere. I thought I had it right here, but I do have one that will semi-work. So you'll get the idea. We'll go over how the chip itself is made. The chip is in 3 different parts. It gets all merged together. Well, the 2 get merged together, but I am working on one that will snap together. So those of you that do not have an MMU or any filament changing device, you can do the same thing. I'm not sure how you do your logo, but at least you'd have a chip, right? Mr. Wizix, welcome in. Pesliz, welcome in. How are y'all doing today? Yeah, that was an epic. I was not planning on for it to go that long. So I was curious to see if we could do it, and we did it. We ended up doing it for 18 hours. I'm surprised, to be honest. I thought it was going to be a flop. I had a feeling that it was going to get some traction in the evening and then stop, like after 11, 12 o'clock, just stop. But it didn't. It just kept going. There was not a single hour that somebody wasn't in there playing. Even at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, I was monitoring it. I'd jump in there from time to time, but I was monitoring it. And yeah, somebody was always in there playing around with it. So we won't be doing those again. I might do some overnight printing, and I'll have a window for the print machine and then I'll have a little window for boom bears, maybe, I guess. We'll do something like that. But I got a lot of printing coming up, and yeah, you might see boom bear. I might do overnight streams like that when I'm at work. I'll do my printers. I'll just do the printer with boom bears on the side, right? Worldwide, yeah. I had like 200 and some people come into the overall. It's like 200 and I wrote it down. I sent actually that stat to somebody. How many was it? 296, I think it was. Let me check. I sent it to somebody. I was talking to somebody off stream. 296 people came into the chat. So it wasn't quite a flop, I guess. Anyway, so yes, the maker chip, right? This is it. This is the heart of the system. I told you all the other day in the stream is focus. It's very, very simple. And it is. That's it. Bang, join. I tell you what, I'm not going to be playing that game for a while. I still have that music in my head because, like I said, I was monitoring it while I was driving down the road. It was just sitting there, monitoring it. So the Boom Bears music was been playing in my truck for the last, 14 hours I was at work. And then I spent 4 hours. I got home this morning, and I've been home for a while. I just let it play. I went out and did grocery shopping, and I did a bunch of stuff, cut my grass. I did a bunch of stuff while it just still played. I was like, well, I'll shut it down an hour before I go live. And yeah, so yeah, I've been the song is forever going to be stuck in my head. But yeah, that's it. That is the heart of the system. See how simple that is? You know what got me this idea? You know those little gumball machines, or you see those little keychains where you push the little button, you push the end, or like a teardrop shape with an LED at the end, and it's got a little small battery inside it, and you squeeze it, and it lights up. That's how this works. This one, anyway. I have another chip coming out that I'm trying. I have to write code for it. I'll tell you that. I have to write code for it. I might have it ready for Murph. My goal is to have it ready for Murph, but I have to write code for it. You'll love it. But this is the heart. This is the heart of it, and this is not the correct size battery. Okay, so the battery that I use, I think it's a. I kept the extra one here, or I think I might have given it to the extra one. No, I kept the extra one. I meant to give it to KG Kevin. The battery is a button battery. It is, this one here is a 20, I think the one I use is a 2016. Yes, the 2016 button cell battery. So the way these batteries work, 20 is the diameter. Okay, so it's 20 millimeters across. All right, that's how you read these button cells, these button cell batteries. 20 millimeters across, and then it's 1.6 millimeters thick. All right, this one's a 2032, so this is definitely not the right size. Yeah, this is a 2032. So this is 20 millimeters across and 3.2 millimeters thick. That's how you read when you see the numbers on those button cell batteries. That's how you read them. The first two numbers are the diameter. The second two numbers are the thickness. I will get these files up. I guess the best thing to do is just go right into FreeCAD and show you the model itself. Hey 3D Print World 1, how are you doing? And I'll put these models up today. I'll put them up on my things. There is a few things that you need to do. I'm working something out with PCBWay. because I do want the chip to be thicker, or not thicker, thinner. This chip is actually 4 millimeters thick. All right, that's the thinnest I was able to make it in time. This board was cut out by TechJeeper, so it's huge. Oops. So we'll do a huge shout out to TechJeeper. And is our shout outs not working today? Guess not. This is a 1 millimeter thick board. All right, so one-sided. It's 1 millimeter thick. These LEDs on here, I can't remember what size they are. Let me see if I pull out. Well, the LEDs are these little guys. You can get these little LEDs even smaller than this. I think these are, yeah, these are 1206 LEDs. These are 1206 LEDs. Humbler John, you still in chat? Can you try to shout out TechJeeper? See if it works on your end. It's not working on my end. I first tried it with these little LEDs, the original one, but it didn't work out too well. And then I tried it with these very, very little tiny LED. That little yellow thing's a very little tiny LED. Focus, there you go. That was too much. Actually, that chip right there, you can see the center. There's that little circle. See that little circle that's in the center? That is actually conductive filament. We tried doing this with conductive filament. This was actually a complex chip to design. There's an internal network system inside of this chip to come around for each one of these LEDs. But the problem was we were having way too much resistance with that LED. But the LEDs that I have used are the 12. Here is, you can also use, well, here's 0805 LEDs, but the ones that I end up going with are the 1206s. Okay, so it's 1.2 millimeters by 0.6 millimeters. And like I said, that's these guys right here, little small little things. I had the circuit boards, but I don't know what happened to it. I had it sitting right here. I think my son likes to grab stuff off my desk. But anyway, so this was CNC'd. My day's going well since I'm home. Well, I've been home for a while, but since I'm streaming here with y'all, my day's a lot better now. So all we did was a continuous ring. This is just an SGV file that I sent off to TechJeeper, and he took it and used his CNC machine to cut out a 1 millimeter thick circuit board. But it's a continuous ring around the outside, and then we have that solid plate in the inside. And the plate and the ring are separated, and we have a little wire lead. See the little wire lead? We have a little wire lead that comes up, goes to the top of the battery. And then with the battery, what you need to do with the battery is you need to take a piece of tape. I actually was doing this I did this right before I handed it to, I did this in the parking lot of 3D Printopia. I was finishing up the chip I gave to so yeah, you need to put a piece of tape across it like that. Then just fold it over. Now this is not the right size battery. This is a thicker battery. I don't know what happened to my regular size battery. That piece of tape is insulation for this wire right here. Oh, I remember this wire is a little short. Yeah. So you insulate that, right? So you insulate that little curve right there. And then when you squeeze on the chip, it, well, wow. If we had the correct battery, it wouldn't be so hard. But when you squeeze on the chip, it lights up. That's simple. You do need to use this if you're using 6 lights. What this does is it spaces it out evenly. So you can, like as you can see on here on this chip, you'll see there's a line right there. My fingernails are dirty, I apologize for that. You can see those little lines at each one of these LEDs right there. That's your little guidelines, and all you do is you just take this and sit it down over top. You sit it down over top of your board like that. And then you just scour. You just take a little needle or something, a pencil, whatever, and you probably want to use a needle or something at a safety pin or something, and just score where you're going. Now score each one of these lines, and then you do that on this side before you put the LEDs on and before you put this little pin on here, right? So you do that, you score it, and then you can sit it down, and then you can put your I used this is what I use for my paste, right? So this is solder paste. You put your little solder paste down on each one of those lines. You put your LEDs down, make sure you have them aligned correctly, because they're only a one-way circuit, right? It's a diode. And then once they're in place, then you just take your heat gun, your heat station. Like here's mine. You just take your heat station, do your proper settings, and then just melt the solder with it. Polymorph, how are you doing, my friend? And now let's get into, it's very, very simple. It's so simple. You put your candle light holder on Discord yesterday. Awesome. Let's open up the chip itself. Can't remember what I called it. Chip 1.8 LED. No, that's not it. I made this, I think this is it right here. Chip, final V3 chip. Is this it? Yes, it is. I did my I did my thing internally in the program, so we'll just ignore that. The one that I will be putting up will not have this in here. It will be solid for y'all. Okay. Actually, let's do that right now. Let's do. What the heck? Oh, I know what I did wrong. I forgot to include all this stuff. There we go. There we go. It's a lotus flower candlelight holder. Put a copper cup as a buffer. Nice. All right, so this is the main structure of the chip. Notice how it's all hollow and there's a bunch of voids in here. That's for a reason. This is your dark. All right, so this is your black. Let me get my. You got your Revo on your Versa. That's a pain in the ass. Yeah. Came with no. Yeah, don't you love that? But then again, would you have read the instructions if it did? I know, I probably wouldn't have. Why is my face not? Where's my? Come on, button, work. Click. There we go. Okay. So this part here that you see, this is the dark. This the dark one. This, I think this is like a 4-hour print. There's only one of these in existence, minus the guts that I have. Right. K2 Kevin is the only one that has one of these. I tried to get one. Done for MakerDeck to hand to Pez Liz. So I got MakerDeck Pez Liz chip, but I just didn't get it done in time. I'm a little bummed out about that, but hey, next event, right? So yeah, here's another one I did with a purple, and I can't remember what I used for the dark, but what you see up here on they had a disable thermal runaway, all because it's a PCT or PT blah 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 PTC thermistor. Oh, well, it's up and running now, right? It's good. A friend of ours that comes into your chat, he just bought a new Persa XL, and he sent me a picture of it, of his first helmet print on it, and it keeps getting layer shifting on him. Like it gets up so high and it's shifted quite severely. I keep telling him it's his belts. It's his belt. Something's either rubbing or something, because he sent me a sound of it. And it sounds like somebody's playing like a cello when it's going off. So something's going on. Yeah, layer shifts. I had the layer shift on the last layer shift I had was on the Solvo. And it kept layer shifting on me, and I was like, what's going on? And I found out that I'd never tightened my belt. My belt was like very, very loose. So they're all tightened now. It's been printing like a charm. So yeah, this is the black. You can use whatever color you want. I used the PET Gs on this, the black PET G, and the light doesn't shine through. The light does shine through on this one. Now the chip that you see Kevin, when he squeezes it, that little video, the little clip he did, and the whole chip lights up, because I used a filament that I did not realize was transparent, and it's fun. There's a funny story about that filament, but I can't remember what filament this is. This is the PA Galaxy. Right, this is the PA Galaxy, and I did not realize that this stuff is slightly transparent when you print very, very thin with it. So yeah, the chip that K2 Kevin has came from this spool right here. Oh, awesome. This is if any of y'all were lucky enough to get a chip from Pez Liz, or anyone that was made by Pez Liz, she used this filament. And I fell in love with that filament, and somebody in this channel sent me this filament. And then I end up making the light up maker chip out of that filament for K2 Kevin. But like I said, when you squeeze on it with that one, the whole chip lights up, so you can see right through it. Yeah, Pez, I love that filament. Love that filament. So this is the base. We need this, okay? And then we need the other body, which is this one. This body is the actual light ring. This one, I recommend doing this in a transparent or any kind of clear filament you have. I use a transparent Petchy on this, and I can't remember. Oh, I used the burning maker chip. I'll talk to you after stream. This one, the one I made for K2 Kevin, I used. I find this. Do I have any more of that filament left? I think I do, actually. Is this it? Yes. From Creality, their Hyper series. I use this for my light boxes. It's very, very opaque. Like, it's very, it's white. It's Hyper PLA white. But when you print with it, it really allows the light to shine through on it. And this is great for light boxes. I've used a bunch of different ones. I'm no expert. No, I'm no Pete on the light boxes. Pete is just a master on light boxes, and to be able to see his creations in person was just awesome. What video? What was on fire? So yeah, this stuff is awesome for light boxes, but that's what I used. You can use any kind of transparent film. But this ring is the key right here, okay? And then the other thing that you need, do I even have it on here? Yes. This is the cap. Now if you look on the cap, we got this little lip right here. This little lip, well actually here is the, here, look, you can see how transparent that is. This is that that galaxy from Bamboo Labs. You can see how transparent that is. So that's why when he lights it up, the whole thing lights up. I was not expecting it to happen. When do we get a burning maker chip? I got something. I have something in the making. Yeah, I got something in the making. It's gonna be. This one's going to be a challenge for me. I can tell you. But I got a new maker chip in the making. Hopefully, I can get it done for Murph. But it does require some coding. Okay, so this little chip, this little flapper thingy here is very, very important. That's what locks the lid. That's what locks the cap. Okay, here's the cap. Will it fit on this one, or did I? No. It won't. It's what locks the cap in place on top of this. It will go in here right now because the battery's not going to come back out now. There you go. But all you do when you get all these printed, we'll show one in Bamboo Labs. You put your let's go to the big screen. You put the circuit board and the LEDs inside. You can glue it down. You can line up the LEDs with your transparent stuff. And the cool thing about it is we have that transparent ring going around the whole inside. Okay. You put your battery in. Obviously, we can't put this battery in because this is not the correct battery. I don't know what I did with the other battery, and I need that. But you put you take the cap and you make sure that you have you can see how that is, there is a dent in there, right? So the battery will actually fit right inside this little cup, and that's important. The battery will fit inside this cup, and this little, see if I can turn, there you go. That little gap right there, that gap is where this wire, that wire goes across. So there's a spot for that gap. This is very, very thin in here. This is only like, that's only a 2-layer print. Same with this. This is only a 2-layer print. There's only 2 layers on here. And that's, 2 layers with all that. But this, I have a bunch of these. I'm hoping this is the correct one, but I think it is. Yeah. Oh no, this is the smaller one, but you'll get the idea. It will snap in place. And then anytime you push down on this, when you squeeze it, it will light up. If I knew where that battery was, I would demonstrate it. But that's it. That's how the Maker chip is made. Now I'll show you what we do with the cool thing we can do with all this. We'll open up Bamboo. The scientist is working on 3D printing rocket fuel inside resin. Why does that sound familiar? Oh no, I have like multiple files here. So out coil, what the heck is this? Oh, that's when we were making, that's when we were making dual filament. Here we go. I tell you what we're going to do. Let's export the new ones. We'll export all this stuff here. So that way I have a fresh export. I know what, no. This is going to be, export this as 2024 chip cap. Okay. Yeah, I might have. Let's do a new folder and 2024 light chip. We'll save that. Let's go to body 14. We will export this. I don't have my Lumia screen turned on. This will be 2024. We'll do this a solid chip. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry. D4, how you doing, my friend? Welcome in. All right, so I have my whole system is all out of whack because I was running that game. That's an 18-hour long. That was an 18-hour long Boom Bears marathon. We're not gonna be doing that again. You might see the Boom Bears pop up if I'm doing like an overnight print, but yeah, that was just a test. I just wanted to test it out. Somehow I got talked into it, or I think I talked myself into it. Anyway, those of you that came along with the raid, I did see. It was all on automatic. I was monitoring it. I didn't see any raids or anything, but the Free Heathen raided me, and about 19 hours ago with 11 viewers. If y'all came over with that, that was a full-blown automatic Boom Bears thing, marathon. Digital Dragon raided me 3 hours ago. Builderbot, that's why we didn't see Digital Dragon. He raided into that stream, into the Boom Bears stream. I didn't know. I had everything all turned off. I had no idea he did that. We were trying to raid into him, but that's where he was. He raided into us. Yeah, it was fun, wasn't it? I was quite surprised of the response I got from it, to be honest with you. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I thought it was going to be a dead stream after midnight, but no, it wasn't. It just kept going. People kept playing. Okay, so we got that export solid chip. I will name that one solid chip, and then we need to export this guy, and we'll call this the light chip. This is the light ring. Export that into that. Yeah. I know there are a lot of people who were actually on it. Yeah, it was. There's another streamer friend of ours that was thought about doing the same thing, and that was discovered. That was discovered while I brought up the idea of when I thought of the crazy idea of streaming it overnight. And yeah, she said she thought about that. So that's how that whole thing happened. I was like, well, let's try it and see if it will work. And so we end up doing it, and we ended up having an 18-hour long Boom Bears marathon. So hopefully, with her seeing that, she'll do it as well. Hey, don't stop. Well, my doggies is tormenting my cat. Okay, so we got that exported. Yes. Let's go into Bamboo, and we're going to bring in desktop. Let's go to the 2024 light chip. We're going to bring in the cap. Let's bring in our solid chip. And we will bring in our light ring. Let's try to drag it. All right, now just like the way K2 Kevin says, we merge all this stuff together. Okay, so we got 3 models. This model actually is printed separately. Let's bring in the big screen here. The chip, the top, the cap, that's printed separately. The nice thing about this is if you're running, if you run an AMS or MMU, you can do the. Make sure this is centered. You can do your logo and your QR code face down. So we're centered on that ring. This is the light ring. We're going to center that. And then the cap is just going to stay off to the side. Okay, make sure the cap that is printed this way. You don't need any supports or anything for this little for this little edge on here. Okay. So you want the flat side down. No, the QR code side down on that little cap. I am working on one that is going to be, like I said, that's going to be a printable for those of you that do not have an NMU system. Now, just like all the other chips, we are going to go into objects, our solid chip, which is, I named it solid chip. It'll probably be different on when I upload them. The solid chip will change it to whatever color. We'll say black. We'll leave our cap is going to be the same filament. And then our light ring, we're going to change it to this one. And that is our transparent or clear, whatever you use that will allow lights to transmit through it. And as you can see, the ring here, that's the important part, because these LEDs are not facing outwards, they're facing straight up. So any way, no, as much light as we can possibly capture is what this ring is for. And then it will transmit it out these. The next version I'm making of this, one I've been working on, that's going to be mass produced. The LEDs will be facing outwards. Okay, that's a whole different type of circuitry than what we have on this. It's somewhat the same, right? It's close to the same thing, but instead of having an outer ring, our outer ring weaves, and then there's a smaller pad on the inside. But they are all getting custom made for me from PPC Ways, and I'm using a very, very, very thin, flexible. It's a very thin, flexible circuit board, and I think it's only like I think it's 0.3 millimeters, something like that. It's very, very thin. It's flexible, very, very thin, and it will actually go in. It will go in here and it will be glued down. Glendon, how are you doing, my friend? We're going over the maker chip. This is the heart of it right here. So the one that I'm going to be mass producing, once I get those in from PPC Way, they will actually have a coating over top of this. So when we put the battery down, we're not worried about the new style that I have. And then the LEDs will be they're the same LEDs, but they'll be soldered sideways and firing outwards. We'll give it a little bit more light output on these, so we can do some deeper colors like this. Like when we tried it with this one, it wouldn't go through that. It would go through this one, no problem, but it wouldn't go through that dark. But with the side firing LEDs, most likely it will. Let's get back to the desk. Oh yeah, it's still jammed. I haven't even touched it. I said to heck with it and went to bed for a little bit. Fired up Boom Bears, went to bed, slept for 2 hours, and went to work. Alright, so just like all the other chips, we're going to take these, minus the cap. We'll get rid of the, we'll get rid of the cap for now. We will merge them. So now that's all merged. So when we slice it, now I sliced this solid. I used 100% infinite. slice it with the Android. I played around with adding sugar to my resin once, and I added sugar and potassium nitrate to a vat of resin once. That didn't turn out too well. It burned like a son of a gun, but it didn't. Yeah, it didn't turn out too well. It made a bunch of white smoke. I did not want to stand near it. So we'll slice it to double check it, and let's turn off our seams. And that looks good. This is our light ring. But you can see how thin this is right here. This is only like, I think it's only like 2 layers. There's, yeah, 1, 2. Yeah, it's only 2 layers. So the center of this is only 2 layers. Yes. Same here. It's only 2 layers. Same with the cap here. That's the center of this cap is only 2 layers. That's how we were able to, that's what I had to do to get it down to 4 millimeters. But the new chip, I'll be able to bring it down to 3.2 millimeters. The new chip uses a whole different new battery, a very, 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 very thin battery that's rechargeable. You'll have to take it out and figure out how to charge it yourself, actually. But I'll figure something out with that. But it is rechargeable. We just have to figure out the charging unit. And it's a lipo battery. Well, these are actually lipos, but they're not chargeable. I think they're lipos, aren't they? Aren't those button batteries lipos? I found a very, very thin lipo that's only, 1.3 millimeters, and it's only like 20 millimeters. Yeah, the stream, it was 18 hours and 10 minutes. We just shut it down like almost 2 hours ago. Okay, so let's get back into the objects. Now, if we have our object here, we'll bring in what happened to it. Oh yeah. So this drawing right here, go to the back to the big screen. This stick figure, this was actually made by K2 Kevin. So K2 Kevin did make a chip for me. I don't have one. I had one printed. I don't know what happened to it. But K2 Kevin did make a chip. And this was his design. I used this on some of my chips. And then my fire chips, I did something different. But you will need to make sure you can see if that this is not sticking up through. So if we do the scale on this, you can take it up 2 layers. Remember, it's only 2 layers. So you can take it up 2 layers. But we'll just keep that down where it's at right now. And if we select it, we'll make sure you can change whatever filament you want. I'm just going to do the white just because. And then we'll merge this in with our assembly. And there is our logo in the chip. So it's from here on out, the chip is done the same way as K2 Kevin explains. It's a normal chip from here on out. Our main goal was to get these two get these two, the light ring and then the outer casing, lined up and merged together. That's the first step. Once you do that, then the rest, as far as putting your logo in place, is the way K2 Kevin explains it, the way everybody's been doing it. Same with if we bring in our cap. Make sure that it is the QR code side down. And our cap color is going to be black. And then we will bring in our QR code that needs to be scaled. That looks to be about even, I guess. Our QR code needs to be scaled again. It needs to be scaled on the Z. We cannot have this sticking out. So we're good there. We will select it. We'll change our filament to number 3, the white. And there's our QR code. We need to make sure our QR code and our chipset are merged together. Okay, so they are. You can print this separately, or no. I think I print mine separately, to be honest with you, from this. But I think you can do it. We'll test it out. I'm pretty sure you can do this all in the same plate. Yeah. So there it's sliced. Yep, that's all on the same layer. It is not exceeding those 2 layers. And let's make sure our QR code is not exceeding 2 layers. There's 1, 2, and it's not. It's good. Good deal. So there it is. That light up maker chip is ready to print. How long is this thing going to take to print? Yeah, this will take an hour to print. And that's how simple it is. So you have 2 assemblies in here. The first assembly is the black or whatever color you choose, right? And then we have the white, which is the light ring. That's this, and then the outer spokes. And then you have your logo, whatever you choose for your logo. You gotta make sure that your logo does not exceed 2 layers. And I am printing at a 0.2. So that's it for that. And the same thing with the cap. You gotta make sure that it is QR code side down, and that this little guy right here is upwards. I go in depth with it and I actually print one out with the tutorial that will be hopefully releasing here in the next few days on YouTube. Once that is done, I'll include this as well in this. Once that is done, and you get this was like I said, this was CNC'd, but I will provide the SVG files so you can use it. You can etch it, however you want to do it. But this was CNC milled by TechJeeper, and this is your little lineup for 6 LEDs. You can use, I'm trying to improve this part right here, the little wire. I'm trying to improve that with the version 2. So, yeah. And then when you get your battery, you gotta take a little teeny piece of tape. And I wish I had that battery. I was certain that was like right there. I probably put it in a box while I was cleaning. That's what probably happened. But you take a wee little teeny piece of tape like that. You just want the corner. That's all you want is just the corner, and you just kind of fold it down. You can get technical and cut it if you want. I didn't. I just folded it down. And all you're doing is protecting that corner from causing it short. Well, it's not the fact that he took it. He's probably playing with. He likes to fidget with things, and he's been playing on my PC for the past few days, so he knows where it's at. But once you have that piece of tape, you can see that tape insulates this wire from the battery, and then when you squeeze on it, because you'll only want the center, like the end of it right there. And then when you squeeze, when you have the cap down over it and you squeeze on the cap, it lights up. Yeah, I know. So yeah, it's that simple. There's nothing fancy about it. It's a very, very, very simple design. Yeah, I will be having a full tutorial out on YouTube here in the next few days. I gotta go through and do the finalize on the editing, and I allowed my stream music, or my music that I use for all my videos and stuff. I pay for that. I allowed that to lapse because they wanted $100, and I was like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm not giving you $100 right now. So I have to redo all the music, or I'll get nailed for copyright until I can get that permit back again. But yeah, that's it. You just squeeze down on it and it lights it up. Very, very, very simple, you know. Very, very simple. Any questions or anything? Oh, I got an ad in progress. I did not realize there's an ad in progress. Too much money. Well, it's actually worth it, to be honest with you. I just didn't have the extra. I just didn't have the extra this month to renew the service. That's all. And once I get everything all caught back up, then I'll get it again. And actually, you're listening to it right now. Anything that I've made, the license that I had, anything that I'd made up to the day that my license expired, I can still use. Like, I can still use this. I have, there's like, what, 9 or 10 songs I have in this folder that I downloaded, and it just repeats. I'm still allowed to use that. I'm allowed to use all the sound effects that you hear on my stream. That all came from them. And then all the audio, all the music and everything in my YouTube videos, that all came from them. So it's actually a pretty good, it's a pretty good resource. But yeah, it's $100. It's $100 for an entire year's worth of license, which I have recouped that. So yeah, my YouTube has paid for that. But yeah, that's it. It's as simple as that. And I wish I had. I guess I can pop this in here. You can glue this in if you want. I have not glued this one in. I have a bunch of circuit boards I need to solder here within. Yeah, see how that goes in there? Then you can glue the board to the bottom if you want. Let's see if I can get this to work with this wrong battery. This battery's too thick from here. Yeah, there we go. Turn my lights off. So there. The battery's too thick. You can see the battery sticking out in the back, but there you have a light up maker chip. See how that's lighting up and it's not lighting up on the inside and everything else? That's what I was expecting the K2 Kevin chip to do, but it didn't. I love you being here, my friend. So yeah, there is your light up maker chip. Please excuse my fingernails. I just was doing it. Yeah, I got home just in time to clean up and do that. But there's your light up maker chip. Any questions? Anything before we move on? Bang YouTube, and that will take you to my YouTube channel where you can subscribe and hit the bell notification, so you'll be one of the first to know when that video is released. Yeah, that will be up here in a few days. Let's go to my things. Thank you. We tried multiple ways of doing it, and then for some reason it just clicked. It's like I just remembered those little things that you push and they light up. And I was like, why don't we just do it that way? We're going to go to things. Let me log into my Thangs account. We'll upload this. We'll upload this. I need to make sure I get the. Am I in? Yes, I am in. Yeah, I'll post it up to Maker World. Whoa, what is this thing? Check this out. We should print one of these. Just because of the coolness factor. I haven't uploaded things for a while. Drag and drop files here. This is the part that I don't understand. This is one of the reasons why I don't upload stuff. Because it's a little confusing. Like drag and drop files here or browse it, like. I tell you what we should probably do first before we upload anything. Let's get back into our maker chip. I hope I saved this. There is a very good possibility that I just printed this out. For the heck of it. Now I printed this out and I didn't save the file. I printed it and just sent it. I'm looking for that little yellow thing. Might have it. This one I made for TechJeeper. It might be in here. Nope, they're all. This was a test print I sent off to for TechJeeper because TechJeeper was involved in all this. There was a maker chip right here. Here's a maker. Here's a. This was the start to. This was the start to one. It's a multi-angle viewing box. What's a multi-angle? That the file that you put up on. Here is the cutout. Street. Everybody's probably on a streak after last night's episode. We might have to make a new one of these. That blue box, huh? Yeah, that blue box is pretty sweet. Okay, so we're gonna have to make one of these things. I don't have it in here. It is. I do this a lot. I will take. What's in here? Nothing. I will make something real quick, and then I just won't save it because I only need it for like a one-time use. So we will make one real quick. Maybe this might be it. Oh no, that's the lid. What the heck is this? FG. What am I doing here? Oh, this was the. I know what that was. That was one thing we made the other day. This might be it. Maybe. No, this was the start of another one. If I don't see it up by the time we get to the top, then we'll just redesign it. Yeah, I don't see it. So let's redesign it. Close this, close that. Don't save it. All right, so the first thing we need to do is we need to get the measurements. This is real simple to make. We need the measurements on it, and then it takes a lot of work to rebuild things, which are a bit of a hassle. Well, this is easy. But I know what you mean. Where's my calipers at? First thing we need to do is we need to make that the size of a chip. So this is the size of a chip. So it's 40 millimeters. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go make myself a drink real quick. Not that kind of, no, a non-adult drink. I'm gonna go make myself some lemonade real quick. And I'm gonna let my dogs out. I need to let my dogs out. So I'm gonna let them out, make a drink, and I'll be right back. That's not cheating. Okay. All right, we're back. Back with the doggos. Yeah, I know. I was gone a long time today, huh? They were not happy when I got home. They're like, where have you been? You are not a lap dog anymore. Mike, you're almost 100 pounds. You cannot be a lap dog anymore. No. Oh my God. Okay. They just don't listen sometimes. We got our chip here. The first thing we need to do is we got the measurement on that. That is 5 millimeters. We need to measure. Yeah, you can see what they. 30 millimeters. That's 30 millimeters. They don't sleep on my bed too often. I just don't like it. Every now and then I'll let them do it. And I did last night before I went to work. I was like, I'm not even gonna deal with it. Just because they'll sit outside and howl. They have their own freaking beds. I bought them these 2 freaking massive dog beds, but they don't want to use it. But anyway. He decided that he wanted to lay on top of me. Fully stretched out, laying straight on top of me. I was like, what the hell are you doing? Crazy dogs. All right, so we got that. We'll finish that sketch. We're going to extrude this. We're going to extrude both of them. Well, no, we'll extrude this one first. That's only going to be that's 1.8. I think I extruded it for the size of this. 1 millimeter. So we're going to cut 1 millimeter. And okie dokie. Turn our sketches back on. We're going to take this up 2 millimeters. So there we go. So that is a millimeter difference between these two. That way when you push down on it, the board stays in place. I've tried a bunch of different mixed drinks, because I'm trying to watch spending and all that stuff. And I found this mixed powder. And it's store brand, but it's sugar-free. This pink lemonade, sugar-free. And it's like this big container for like $8. And it usually, it lasts me like 2 weeks. I'll take a 2-liter bottle and I'll mix it all up right, and I'll take it to work with me, along with my coffee for my thermos. But it lasts about 2 weeks. $8 for that? That's all right. I think it's a pretty good deal. I'm gonna create another sketch right here. So now we're going to do these little slots. And the slots are 7mm, and I think I made them, what did I make them at? About 2.5. And we did 4. We did 6. And all we need to do is extrude these. So there's been a lot of like craziness going on lately. About people not having, people watching VODs and stuff like that. I'm a VOD watcher. I am. I don't make everybody stream, but I watch their VODs because I just enjoy their content, but for my busy life and other people, you can't always attend when they're live, right? So I watch the VODs. My VODs will always be available to you. That's it. There's no bells or whistles with it. There's no subscription-based VOD watching, follower watching, whatever. And there's nothing like that on it. My VODs will always be available for people to watch when they want to watch them. I think that's very, very important. Just wanted to let y'all know about that. So if you enjoy my content and you can't make a, your work hours, things happen. Everybody has a busy life. And if you can't make the live stream, there will always be a VOD for you. As long as Twitch keeps it up. I think it's 14 days for non-subscribers and 60 days I think for subscribers, or whatever the length is. My VOD will always be up there, and I'm slowly taking my VODs and moving them over to YouTube, where they will permanently will stay there. You only delete your VODs as I'm still not comfortable about streaming or confident. Oh, you're an awesome streamer. I love watching you. I love watching you stream. But everybody has their own thing, right? But yeah, I'm slowly moving mine. Usually when I remember it, I have some transferred over, but I'm slowly making the transition to move my VODs over to YouTube, so they're on there. Okay. And I know a bunch of their talks are like, well, we know people watch them for free. I don't care. I'm not here for you to pay my bills. I'm here because I enjoy this hobby. I enjoy sharing the craziness that I come up with and sharing it with everybody, and seeing the same reactions that I get when I do something. I was like, oh, I do like when I set things on fire, and y'all get excited. So do I. I was like, oh yeah, it's fire. Yeah, no, they don't. I don't think they get ads with VODs. They probably get Twitch ads, but they don't. They might get Twitch ads, but I don't see any. Yeah, we don't. I don't see any revenue from people watching when you watch in VOD. The creator doesn't get revenue for that. I don't know if they show ads or not. I don't know, but I don't know. Okay. This is ready to go. We can export this. Let's export this as yeah, I think that's how you spell it. No, that's not how you spell stencil. But whatever. Well, whatever. Okay. That's exported. Okay, so now I think, oh no, we need to do the SVG file. How can I get my hands on that SVG file? Because I swear to God, these clothes that these people are. Clothing has definitely changed. Let's see if I can still pull up that file from Tech that sent to TechJeeper. That's not showing up. Okay. Direct messages. Well, we're getting close because that's the maker chip after I got. Okay, there's that. That's a picture of him sending. What the heck? My maker chip was shown in Zach Friedman's YouTube channel. Oh, oh yeah, I remember that. Okay. Download the DFX. Okay, this is a DFX file. As long as you have the file, you can do whatever. You know, you can. Bang, Joy, no, you're back on. Yeah, right. Giggy Jack, my friend, how are you doing? Nathan Build Things, how are you, my friend? Yes, that was an 18-hour. That was 18 hours, 10 minutes, and like 16 seconds, I think. That's how long that stream was. That was a marathon. That was an experiment. It led from our show yesterday into me. Somehow, I talked myself into doing an overnight Boom Bears marathon, and yeah, I did catch that. I did catch that. You have to rebuild your OBS, but yes, somehow it turned into an 18-hour marathon of Boom Bears. Oh, really, Giggy Jack? I know. I would stop. I was monitoring it all, when I could. I just had it playing there. I tell you what, I will never get. We downloaded that file, right? Yes. I will never get that song out of my head because that song was playing in my truck for all my trip. Now I went to upstate New York, which was a 4.5-hour drive. So I spent 4.5 hours listening to that same song over and over and over and over again. Every now and then I'd stop it and listen to some music, but when I get back in and monitor again, it was playing over. I did notice that Pets Liz was on quite a streak. Who else was on a streak too? And then I'd pop in every now and then and bang play when I'd see it be idle for a little bit. Okay, so we got that file downloaded. So we can get that. Get that out of there. You won't be seeing me doing that again. That was just a whole test stream is all that was. I was nervous. I wasn't sure what it was going to do to my analytics, but instead, like it launched my channel like crazy. I had 7,399 watch hours on that stream. I had like 296 live viewers, and it was like up. Like when I was looking at my stats, it said 296 viewers, up from 240 some from your previous stream. So yeah. Snooze ads. Okay, so I think we're good with this. We got this exported. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. It was pretty interesting. A streamer friend of ours was thinking about doing it, and that's how the whole thing started. Because I noticed that you can do the repeat. It's like, and I was like, I wonder if you can do like this, like an overnight stream with this. Do like a repeat stream on this, like an auto stream. And then this other streamer of ours, well, it was Royal Nomies who it was. Royal Nomi said that she was thinking about doing the same thing. So, and that's what led to us testing it last night. So hopefully she does that. You'll see it pop up every now and then. I might throw it on for like an hour if I'm home. I'm not going to do it and leave. No, I'll do it if I'm home. Like if I come home one weekend or whatever in the morning and I gotta go cut grass off, maybe I'll throw it on and go out and cut grass, right? And come back in or do whatever. I'll throw it up when I do. I got a heavy print season coming up in the next couple weeks, and I'm gonna be printing overnight, continuously overnight. And maybe I'll throw that up in the little corner or something like that. And I think BuilderBot's gonna do the same thing too. So yeah, there's going to be plenty areas, plenty people are going to be having boom barriers for you. Okay, so are you still in here, BuilderBot, or whoever uploads? I need to upload multiple files. I can drag them all into the box, or can I drag? Okay, so this is what, oh, that's not the right one. This is what I got. Here are the files that I need. I have 5 files here, but I have them all under this, all under this. Could I just drag this folder into it, or do I have to drag all 5 separately? I've tried doing this before, and I've uploaded like a file or two, and it ends up being like 16 different files. It's like, I don't know. It's like, well, are you okay? You just cracked your head off my desk. We'll drag them all one at a time, I guess. Oh. So the DXF file. Oh no. What can we do about this? What files can we upload here? Thing supports the following file type: DXF right here. Right? What? Let's try to rename Why can't we? Huh. So apparently we cannot, we plan on supporting assemblies in new formats very soon. No, right there, file type supported, DFX. Why can't I, what is that saying? Where's DFX? It does not support DFX, but yet it just said it. Does it support SVG? Yes, it does. Okay. Well, we definitely need that up there. So let's try to reopen that. Where was that? There it is. We need to take this . Oh, this is when we're actually making the chip, designing the chip. See, save as a DFX or DXF. Can we export this? I wonder if we can export this as a... Try to save it again. I'm gonna gonna save this in chips. Yes. Okay, so let's try this. Let's try to bring this new one I just saved in here. Nope. All right. I'll tell you what. I can add more files to this later, right? I can update it. I think so. Files will be grouped as a single model. Did I click multi-part? Oh crap, what the hell did I just do? Do this button here. Yeah, I'll convert it to SVG file and then I'll upload that later on tonight. Or probably tomorrow when I get home. Multi-part. I had it right? Alright, cool. Name. Light up maker chip. Light up maker chip. I know that's terrible. I just description. I don't like that. I thought there was like a isn't there an AI description you can do? Preview model page. Why is it still showing get your fixed here? There we go. See, they're all misaligned. How can I fix that? It's all misaligned. I don't have any images for this. I should put my video on it. I don't have any. Maybe I shouldn't upload this yet. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to upload this yet. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to put this all on my Discord. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll put this on the Discord. And then when I get the video done here in a few days, and I get my pictures done and stuff for my thumbnails, I'll use all that stuff and I'll upload all that stuff into things. That's what I'll do. But I promised everybody that you can have those that are in my Discord and in my chats will have access to it. And then when I get my video done, I'll put it up on all of the repositories. So let's get back to that. We're going to zip this Show more options, yes. Light up. Maker chip. Discord. Yeah, okay. Christmas mobile reindeer facing each other. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, I like that tea light. Yes, a tea light holder there. Good job on that. And then you have a Christmas mobile reindeer facing each other. Nice. And there's the STL for it. Oh, Cruising Grill, you had some Northern Lights. Awesome. Yeah, scratch that off my bucket list. Okay, so we're going to put this in under. I did, didn't I? I thought I created a. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Yeah, we created this 3D stream project files and random memes. Because somebody, we just opened the thing up and somebody filled it full of memes. So I was like, well, we got to keep it now. Okay, so we got that uploaded, right? There you go. If you want the files, bang Discord, and it is under 3D stream projects. I should say 3D print stream, but anyway, it's at the bottom. It's 3D stream projects. This will be going up on Fangs, and it will be going over to Maker World and wherever else we can put it. I will announce it. I'll tweet it out when I do put it up on Fangs, and it'll be later this week. That way, the files are there. They're ready for you to go. You can take them and do whatever you want with them. Have fun. And we're going to start getting more files up in that as well. Let's close that out. Okay. I think that is about it for today. It's going to be a short stream, almost at the 2-hour mark. I was reaching further around the 2 hours. I got to drive out to Long Island tonight, and I got to spend some time with my dogs. I haven't spent time with my dogs in about 2 days, and they're going a little stir crazy. So I got to go out and throw the frisbee and all that other stuff for like the next hour to get them to calm down a little bit. But that is the Light Up Maker chip. Make sure I'll announce it when I release the video. Bang YouTube. That will take you to my YouTube channel. It's Shenanigans 3D. My YouTube, like everything across the board, all my stuff is Shenanigans 3D. But let's see who we have. That person's flying an airplane. Who do we have that is on right now? That person's flying an airplane. Oh, we got the Jerry Show. Let's head off to the Jerry Show. Yeah, let's head off to the Jerry Show. There we go. We're gonna head off to the Jerry 3DP. 3DHP, right? Yeah, 3DHP. I forgot the H. Head off and see what they're up to. And then, yeah, go from there. Everybody have a beautiful day. I'm probably not going to stream tomorrow. I'm not sure. I got a very long weekend. I got to run out to Long Island tonight and then head back. So we'll see what happens. I might do a pop-up stream. I got to go to Pittsburgh now instead of JFK on Sunday night. So maybe I might be able to squeeze one in there. Everybody have a beautiful day. That's your maker chip, your light up maker chip for you. Watch out. No, I'll announce everything when I upload all the videos and stuff. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Thanks for watching.